Let's get started in a comfortable seat. Start to get settled in the space, maybe closing the eyes. Starting to tune in to the rhythm of your own breath. We'll begin to notice the rise of the chest with the inhale, and the settling with each exhale. Allowing the sit bones to ground down into the mat, whatever you might be sitting on. And the crown of the head energetically moving towards the ceiling like a string is pulling you. Allow your chin to slightly dip down, broadening the back of the skull. And the lips are together while the teeth are apart. And soft jaw, no clenching. And just notice the sensation of the cool inhale washing over your nostrils. It's a warm tickle of the exhale as you exhale out the nostrils. A couple more big breaths just like this. Filling all the way up from the bottom of the belly, through the rib cage, expanding to all sides, all the way to the top of the collarbone. And exhaling, collarbone, chest, and belly pulls in. 2 more on your own. And on your next inhale, start to invite some little circles to your torso, maybe holding each of the knees, moving the body counterclockwise. Maybe starting a little subtle, warming up the spine. And then allowing the circle to grow a little more as you loosen. And still moving in that same counterclockwise position. Maybe the shoulders are coming back behind the sit bones and then up over the knees as the circle grows larger. Finding a little stretch in the side body as you move over to the right and then the left. And then once you come back over your sit bones, we'll switch directions, moving clockwise now. During our inhale, we move up forward towards our knees, and on the exhale, moving back towards the sit bones. Linking the movement with our breath. And trying to find Samavriti, which is same breath. So the duration of your inhale matches the duration of your exhale. If you'd like, you can begin to open your eyes or keep them shut. And if you're sitting on anything, we'll gently remove that from below your seat. We're going to come into a tabletop position. So palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll begin with a little cat-cow, inhaling as the tailbone moves up, chin moves up. As we exhale, rounding the spine, curling under. With your own breath, run through a few cycles of this movement. Keep going. See if anyone's joining the room. Allowing each inhale to become a little more dramatic in the sway of the back. Each exhale, pulling a little tighter the navel towards the spine. On your next exhale, come to a neutral tabletop position. And then we'll do those same circles we were doing while seated. Inhaling up over the top as we move counterclockwise, and exhaling as the feet comes down towards the heels. Inhaling as we move towards the front of the mat, and exhaling as we move towards the back of the mat. Maybe a little stretch in the back of the hips. Maybe your wrists are starting to warm up a little more. Just being gentle, especially for this morning flow. And the next time your hips come back towards child's pose, pause for just a moment in child's pose. Allowing the fingertips to reach long. Forehead maybe rests on the mat. Sit bones are heavy towards the heels. We'll inhale, going back up into tabletop. Begin the same circles in the clockwise direction. Exhaling as the hips move back. And inhaling as they move up, forward, over the wrist. Shoulders move over the wrist. Exhale, hips back. And inhale as the shoulders move forward. With your own breath, continue in this movement. Maybe 3 more rounds. In your next inhale, we'll come to a solid tabletop position. And check that your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are below your knees. Adjusting as necessary. And then we'll inhale the right arm up high into the sky. And as we exhale, threading the needle, right shoulder comes to the mat. Left arm can reach long, maybe helping you twist open the chest just a little more. And allow your inhale to create a little more space in that side body. And softening with your exhale. One more big breath here, expanding the ribs in all directions. And exhale, soften. And your next inhale, left hand comes below the shoulder, right arm reaches up into the sky. And exhale, both hands come to the mat, moving to the other side, inhaling the left arm up high. And exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder to the mat. Breathing into the stretch, creating more space. Noticing any sticky spots. Allowing your breath to travel there and loosen it. One more big breath here in. And the exhale out. Right hand below the right shoulder, pressing up, left arm into the sky. And then exhale, tabletop position. From here, we'll tuck our toes, the hips move back, and then pressing up in a downward facing dog. This might be your first down dog of the day. Just take care and use the next 5 to 10 breaths to settle in, maybe pedaling the feet, bringing the weight into one foot and then the other. Maybe your knees are bent deeply as you begin. Heels shifting to the left, opening that right side body. And then heels shifting to the right, opening the left side body. About 5 more breaths here. And we'll meet up in a steady downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent. You begin to warm up the body, but just start to find stillness. Soft gaze between the big toe pads of your feet. Back becomes flat. Fingertips are spread wide. And then you can begin to straighten your legs if that's available to you. Settling in now, one big inhale, filling all the way up. And exhale out your mouth, sigh. One more just like that. Inhale, filling all the way up. And exhale, sigh. This time on the inhale, we'll come forward into plank pose. And then the exhale, coming back into child's pose, knees wide, toes together, belly soft. Inhale, bringing the chest forward, pubic bone to the mat, baby cobra. And exhale, head to the mat, tucking the toes, hips back, downward facing dog. We'll do a few rounds like that with your own breath. Inhaling to plank. And exhale, child's pose. Inhale, heart shines forward, baby cobra. And exhale, hips move back, downward facing dog. Just a couple more. Maintaining that samavriti and using the duration of each breath to move into the next pose. And sometimes you have a tendency to rush. Nothing to rush for. And once we meet back up in downward facing dog, we'll take one more big inhale here. And exhale, let it out. Then walking the hands back towards the feet, deep bend in the knees. Come into a ragdoll position. Insides of the feet are parallel to one another. Knees are bent. Maybe even your belly is resting on your thighs. Grabbing opposite arms. Allow your torso to be heavy. Noticing if the weight's in your heels or your toes. And finding somewhere in between where the weight's equally supported. One more inhale here. And then exhale, walk our hands back out into plank pose. Big inhale, plank, firm, heels move backwards. And exhale, knees wide, child's pose. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. And this time we're going to walk our feet towards our hands, coming to the top of the mat. Finding that same ragdoll position for just a moment, grabbing both elbows. Then in your next inhale, hands come to hips, flat back. And exhale, we'll stand all the way up, mountain pose at the top of the mat. Arms are long next to the body, palms face forward, fingertips wide. Maybe even closing the eyes here for a moment. Noticing any sensations that have come up from having your head below your heart. And our next inhale, we'll make a big circle with our arms, reaching up into the sky as we look up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, heart shines forward. And on an exhale, we'll place the right foot behind us, lowering the back knee, preparing for low lunge. And then inhale, arms move up into low lunge. And exhale, hands come to the knee, interlacing the fingers. Just a couple breaths here. Starting to open the front of the right hip. Stretching a little deeper, left knee over left ankle. And we'll inhale our arms up high. And exhale, framing the left foot and stepping back into plank pose. And then inhale at the plank, strong. And exhale, lowering all the way down, elbows hug the body, baby cobra on the inhale, chest shine forward. And exhale, forehead to mat, tucking the toes, hips move back, downward facing dog. And inhale the right foot high. And exhale, bend that knee and open the hip. Maybe making a couple circles with your ankle. And straightening that right leg behind and bringing it forward, placing the foot between the hands. We'll lower the back left knee, preparing for low lunge on the other side. And then inhale, arms sweep up, low lunge. And exhale, both hands find the top of the right knee. A few moments of pause on the right side. And then your next inhale, arms move up high. And exhale, framing the front foot, tucking the back foot, and then we'll step forward into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, big circle with the arms as we stand up and look up. And exhale, hands through heart center, mountain pose, Samasthiti. Begin again on the other side, inhaling the arms up high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And this time on the exhale, the left foot steps backwards, lowering the left knee, untucking the back toes. Then inhale, arms move up, low lunge. And exhale, cactus the arms, shoulder blades come together, arms at 90. Inhale, arms move up high, palms face one another. Again, exhale, cactusing the arms, elbows slightly forward from the palms. Inhale, arms up high. One more like that. Exhale, cactus, shoulder blades kiss. Inhale, hands towards the sky. And then on the exhale, framing the front foot and stepping back into plank pose. And exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat, untucking the toes. Inhale, baby cobra, heart shines forward. And exhale, forehead to mat, tucking the toes, hips move back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot high. And on the exhale, we'll bend the knee, open the hip, allowing the left side of the body to get a stretch, maintaining even weight in both hands. And straightening the left leg behind and bringing the left foot forward, placing it between the hands, lowering the right knee. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, cactus the arms. Shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, palms face one another. One more just like that, cactusing the arms, opening the chest. Inhale, arms move up. And exhale, framing the left foot, tucking the back toes, right foot steps forward to meet the left forward fold at the top of the mat. We'll inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, big circle with the arms as they reach up. And exhale, hands through heart center, Samasthiti, eyes closed. Starting to feel the heat building in the body. noticing the sensations. We'll inhale, the arms up high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, right foot steps back for low lunge. Inhale, arms move up, low lunge. And exhale, framing the front foot, stepping back into plank pose. Inhale, firm and plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. Untucking the back toes. Inhale, baby cobra, pubic bone into the mat. Exhale, forward to the mat, tucking the toes, hips back, downward facing dog. We'll inhale the right foot high. And this time on the exhale, we'll bring the right foot through and place it outside of the right hand, lowering the back left knee, twisted monkey. This might be as much as you need right now, how warm your body is. You can also move down onto either elbows. Or you can introduce a twist, tucking the back left leg, finding the outside of that foot with the right hand. And then your gaze moves beyond your right shoulder. A little bit more of a quad stretch on that left side in this variation. And check in with your breath. Is it equal on the inhale and equal on the exhale? And we'll gently release the back foot if you're holding it. Both hands come to the mat. And then tucking the back toes, right foot moves back to meet the right, plank pose. We'll inhale, firm and plank. And exhale, lowering all the way down to the belly. And tucking the toes, inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, forehead to the mat, tuck the back toes, pushing back up into downward facing dog. Big inhale here, and then let it out. Full breath. Firming the heels down towards the mat. Fingertips are wide, hips, sit bones are moving into the sky. Back is flat. And we'll inhale that same right foot up high. And as we exhale, bringing the knee to the outside of the right shoulder. And then inhale, right foot high. And exhale across the body, knee to the left shoulder. And inhale, right foot high. And then exhale, bringing the knee into nose and holding it there. And then gently placing the foot between the hands. Coming in a runner's lunge. Chest shines forward, maybe tenting the fingertips. And then as we exhale, stepping the left foot forward to meet the right, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, big circles with the arms as we look up. And exhale, arms through heart center, Samasthiti. We begin again, inhaling the arms up high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, left foot steps backwards this time, coming down into low lunge on the right side. Inhale, arms up high. And exhale, framing the right foot, stepping back into plank pose. Inhale, firm and plank. And exhale, lowering all the way down to your belly, untucking the toes. Inhale, pubic bone into the mat, heart shines forward, baby cobra. And exhale, forehead to the mat, tucking the toes, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot high. And exhale, bring the left foot to the outside of the right hand, lowering the right knee. Twisted monkey on the left side. So heart shines forward, maybe your untinted fingertips, flat palms, possibly on your elbows. Maybe you're looking for a twist, grabbing the back right foot with the left hand, facing over the left shoulder. The hips move forward, creating a deep stretch in the right quad in front of the hip. And breathe. And we'll gently release the back foot if you have it. Both hands flat on the mat, and then left foot moves back into plank to meet the right. And exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. And inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, forehead to mat, tucking the toes, hips back, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Big inhale, big sigh, let it out. Then your next inhale, left foot moves into the sky. And exhale, left knee over left shoulder. And inhale, left foot high. And exhale, left knee to right shoulder. And inhale, left foot high. And exhale, left knee to nose, holding there, squeezing, and then placing the left foot between the hands. Coming into runner's lunge, heart shines forward, tenting the fingertips. And then exhale, right foot steps forward to meet the left forward fold at the top of the mat. Hang out here for a minute. You can take peace fingers around the big toe if you'd like. A little bit of a pulling sensation. Bringing the torso closer to the tops of the thighs. Sit bones move up. Weights even between the front and the back side of the feet. And we'll release fingers if you have them. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, big circle with the arms as we stand up. Exhale, hands through heart center, Namaste. Move into sun salutation A, inhaling the arms up high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga, stepping back into plank pose. And then your inhale, back bend, either baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, hips move back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Then your next inhale, coming to the balls of the feet as the heels rise. And exhale, bending the knees and hopping or stepping forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms move up as we look up. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. We begin again, inhaling the arms up high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Hips move back, downward facing dog on the exhale. 1 complete breath here, inhaling all the way up to the tops of the collarbone. And exhaling all the way out. Navel comes towards the spine. Inhaling, coming to the balls of the feet, heels rise. Exhale, bending the knees and hopping or stepping forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up as we look up. And exhale, hands through heart center, Samasthiti. 1 more time, just like that. Inhaling the arms up high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Hips move back, downward facing dog on the exhale. Inhaling, the sit bones high, flat back. Exhale, heels move down towards the mat, thighs engaged. Inhale, coming to the balls of feet, heels rise. Exhale, bending the knees and hopping or stepping forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Time on the inhale, chair pose, arms up, feet back. Couple of breaths here. Maybe gazing down at the knees, making sure they're in line with one another. Maybe lifting the toes off the ground, spreading them, and placing them back down on the mat. And inhale, standing all the way up, big circle with the arms. And exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, hips back, arms up, chair pose. And exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. The inhale. Hips back, downward facing dog on the exhale. We'll inhale the right foot high. And with an exhale, placing it between the hands, preparing for high lunge. And then inhale, arms move up, high lunge. Spend a couple of breaths here, maybe bringing the hands down to the hips. Noticing if one hip is above the other, evening them out. Noticing if the pelvis is dumping forwards or backwards, evening that out. Right knee is over the right ankle. Feet or hips with distance, even though one's in front of the other. Maybe arms come back over the head. One more big breath here, left leg firm. And exhale, hands frame the right foot, stepping back into plank pose. We'll journey through a vinyasa or meet up in downward facing dog. Down from downward facing dog, inhale the left foot high. And as we exhale, placing the left foot between the hands, preparing for high lunge. And then inhale, arms circle up, high lunge. Finding those same adjustments on this side, maybe bringing hands to hips. Whatever you need to do to get reacquainted with this pose today. Notice what's different today from yesterday. And it will be different tomorrow. One more big inhale here. And exhale, framing the left foot, stepping back into plank, vinyasa or down dog. Maybe shaking your head yes, shaking your head no, and down dog. And inhale, coming to the balls of the feet, heels rise. Exhale, bending the knees and hopping or stepping forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hips back, arms up, chair pose. And exhale, hands come to prayer in front of the chest. Big inhale here, proud chest, wide collarbones. And an exhale, we'll twist to the right, bringing the left knee on the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And really use the leverage of the left arm to push with the right hand up and away to get that twist with an open collarbone. Maybe even your gaze goes beyond your right shoulder, completing the twist through the cervical spine. And checking in with your breath. And your next inhale, unwinding back to center. And then exhale, hooking the right elbow on the outside of the left knee, twisting to the left side. And the next inhale, coming through center. And then exhale, diving forward, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, big circles with the arms as you reach up, look up, maybe a back bend at the top. And then exhale, hands to your heart center, Samasthiti, closing the eyes. Noticing your breath. And then we'll open the eyes, bringing the weight into the right foot. The left leg raises in front of you. Left thigh parallel to the mat. Left foot is flexed. And then opening that left hip up to the side of the room. And coming into tree pose, so trying to get the left foot on the inside of the right leg, and then assisting it with your hands. First, we'll bring our hands to our hips, noticing if one hip points above the other, and trying to level them out. And our hands can come into any variation we'd like. They can remain on our hips, maybe prayer in front of our chest, possibly even arms above the head, Big tree. Rooting down through the right foot. Rising tall through the crown of the head. Shoulders are long down the back. Noticing any wobbles. Being flexible, just like a tree in the wind. Pressing firmly with the left sole of the foot and back with the right thigh. Getting a balance of energy down the center line of the body. And we'll bring our hands folded in front of our chest if they aren't there already. And we'll gently unhook the left foot, coming out of the pose slowly as we came in, moving the knee in front of us. And then we'll begin to bow forward and come into warrior three. So the left foot moves backwards as the torso moves forward. Maybe the arms are long down towards the left leg. The knee and the toes of the left leg are pointing straight down to the mat. Maybe even the arms reach tall over the ears for a little bit more of a challenge. One more big inhale here. And as we exhale, bringing a little bit of a bend into the right knee and then landing in high lunge on the right side. Nice. One more inhale here. And as an exhale, opening up into warrior two. Spending a few breaths in warrior two. Feeling the power of the pose. Got a steady base. Right knee is over the right ankle. The outside of the left foot is grounding down into the mat. Left thigh is strong. Shoulder blades are relaxed on the back. And arms are parallel to your mat. Gaze is soft and just beyond the middle finger of the right hand. Palms facing the ground. In our next inhale, we'll reverse our warrior, right arm high, left arm back. And exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to right knee. Left arm makes a big circle and comes alongside the ear, completing the line from the outside of the left foot all the way through the left fingertips. And noticing if we're dumping weight into that right shoulder and pulling the shoulder head back into space if we are. And your gaze can be beyond your left armpit. And then with a strong base, we'll inhale, coming back up into warrior two. Nothing changes at the bottom. And exhale. And inhale, straightening the right leg, arms touch at the top. And then pivoting the right foot so that the toes move towards the side of the mat. From here, we can bring both hands to the hips. And begin to bend forward in a wide straddle stance. Finding a forward fold. Adjusting the feet as necessary. Maybe this is enough for you today, or you can begin to reach your arms back behind your seat, through your legs. Or you can even come into tripod headstand if that's a part of your practice. We'll have about 5 breaths here to do whatever feels good for your body today. About one more complete cycle of breath here. If you're inverted, begin to come down. And then your next inhale, we'll do a halfway lift in wide-legged stance. So our palms are directly below our shoulders. And look forward, and then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. And inhale, standing all the way up. Left toes move towards the top of the mat this time. And then bending the left knee, coming into warrior two on the left side. And inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down, framing the foot, stepping back into plank. You can move to downward facing dog or journey through Vinyasa to get there. We're looking at the back edge of the mat now. A little flip around in space. We'll inhale, coming to the balls of the feet. And exhale, bending the knees and hopping or stepping forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, big circle with the arms as we stand up. And exhale, Samasthiti. Taking a breath here to appreciate the stillness. And then bringing the weight into the left foot as we open the eyes. Right knee moves up, thigh parallel to the ground, right foot is flexed. And opening the right knee to the side of the room. And starting to come into tree pose, so bringing that right foot as close into the left thigh as we can before assisting it with our hands. Starting with hands on the hips, noticing where our hip points are. And then moving into whatever arm position feels good for you today. Maybe prayer in front of the chest or arms up high. Like a tree canopy. Pressing with the right foot to the inside of the left leg, and then the left leg back into the right foot. I need an equal exchange of energy. And we'll gently fold hands in front of the chest if they're not there already. And unhook the right foot. Bringing the right knee in front of the right hip, thigh parallel to the ground. And begin to tip the torso forward as the right foot moves backwards in space. Warrior three. Right toes and right knee are pointing straight down towards the mat. Maybe the arms are alongside the body, reaching towards that right foot. And for one breath, maybe even they move overhead, a little bit more challenge. And then on an exhale, slight bend in the left knee as we move backwards to land in high lunge. And exhale, open, warrior two. Spend a couple breaths here. Noticing if the left knee is over the left ankle. Grounding down through the outside of the right foot. Arms parallel to the mat. Right thigh firm, gaze soft over the left fingertips. Inhale, reverse the warrior, left arm high. And exhale, extended side angle, left knee to left, or left elbow to left knee, and then big circle with the right arm. Bring it alongside the right ear, completing the line from the outside of the right foot, all the way through the right fingertips, reaching. Gazing past the right armpit. And being sure to continue to ground down through the left big toe mound. And with a firm base, not changing anything there, we'll inhale, arms back up into warrior two. And then inhale, straightening the left leg, arms come up overhead, left toes move towards the side of the mat. And this time on the exhale, move into Skandasana, deep bend into the right knee, left toes and left knee towards the ceiling. Maybe arms are folded in front of the chest. And we'll stay low and switch positions. So now right toes, right knee towards the ceiling, deep bend in the left knee. And if you need to, you can use your hands to transition between these two stretches. got about 5 breaths to move between them, moving at your own pace in your own way. If you want a little more of strength training, as you move between these spaces, you can keep your arms in front of your chest. About 2 more breaths. And then we'll come back into a wide-legged stance, forward fold. So both toes are pointing towards the short edge of the mat. Fingertips are pointing towards the short edge of the mat. Palms beneath the shoulders. And we'll place the left hand directly below the face as we inhale the right arm up. Hips stay level. A little bit of a twist here. And exhale, replacing the left hand with the right. Inhale the arm up high, twist. And exhale, both hands to the mat. We'll bring hands to hips and stand all the way up. Swiveling the right toes back towards the front right edge of the mat. And then warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Meet up in downward facing dog or vinyasa to get there. And from downward facing dog, we'll inhale coming into plank pose. And exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. Elbows hug the body, untucking the toes, forehead soft on the mat. Let's do a couple of rounds of locust. Arms are alongside the body. And as we inhale, palms face one another, shoulders lift, toes lift, igniting the backside of the body. Your gaze is past your nose about 9 to 18 inches in front of where your forehead just was. Imagine there's a beach ball between your arms, pressing them together. Feel it in your triceps. And exhale, releasing down to the mat, left ear to the mat. Maybe wiggling the hips a little, taking rest for a moment. And we'll compare to the other side, bringing the head back into neutral, chin or forehead on the mat. And then rise up, locust. And see if you can tell if your shoulders and your heels are about the same height off the mat. And if they're not, lower whichever one is higher so that they are. You want this to be an even bow. And gently release the right ear to the mat. And wiggle the hips. The arms soften. And we'll frame our chest with our hands, tucking our back toes, firming the thighs. And then exhale, pushing up into plank pose. And then hips move back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming to the balls of our feet. Exhale, bending the knees and hopping through to a seat. We'll land in half boat pose. And as we inhale, lowering almost all the way down. As we exhale, coming back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up 5. Or 3. Inhale, lower, but not all the way. Exhale, up 2. Inhale, lower, but not all the way. Exhale, up 1. This time, inhale, lower, and then all the way down to the mat. Bending the knees, bringing the heels in towards the seat. We'll do just one round of bridge today. So noticing if your fingertips can touch your heels. You may or may not be able to, but just the sensation of the knees being directly over the heels. And then for bridge pose, I want you to focus on moving the knees forward in the space before moving the hips up. As we come up, moving the knees forward, then the hips move up, and finding a grasp underneath the back if you'd like. Then once our hips are up, but our pelvis is level, we'll begin to puff the chest towards the chin. You should feel burning in the legs. If you don't feel burning in the legs, come down and try to come up again. You want to avoid any pinching in the low back here. And how's your breath? And the next exhale, lowering all the way down. Feet move wide, knees knock together. You might bring each hand to either side of the rib cage. Noticing any sensations that come up. And breathing into them. Next, we'll bring our knees into our chest. Give ourselves a hug. Maybe curling the chin into the chest, making a big ball. And exhale, lower our feet back down onto the mat. Come into a figure four on the right side, folding the right ankle over the left knee. And finding a spot on the left leg to hold on to as you move that right leg towards your body. You can grasp the back of the thigh, you can grasp the front of the shin. Whatever grasp you settle on, let it be easy in effort. We're really looking to soften the body here. Finding tension only where it's needed to bring that left leg towards your chest. Allowing the right thigh to soften. The right buttocks to open. And we'll gently release the left leg long in front of us and bring the right knee in. You can hover that left heel if you'd like. And then finding the hands on the back of the right leg, straightening that leg towards the ceiling. So it can be at any angle as far as the angle between your legs goes, but we really do want that leg straight. And then we'll inhale, bringing the nose towards the knee the best we can. And then as we exhale, finding the outside of that right foot, half happy baby. Letting the left heel rest on the floor, bringing the right knee to the outside of the right shoulder. Stamping that right foot on the ceiling. Then on your next exhale, we'll move the right foot across the body, finding the left hand on top of the right knee and coming into an easy twist. Maybe the right arm is long next to you. Maybe even cactus that arm to find a deeper stretch of the pec and shoulder. And your gaze can be up towards the ceiling, or you can even gaze over towards that right arm. And then we'll gently unwind, bringing both knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And release both feet towards the mat. Left ankle over right knee this time. Figure four on the left side. Finding whatever grip served you on the other side. And then just softening into the pose. Gently releasing the right leg long, heel hovers if you'd like, bringing the left knee to chest. And straightening that left leg, finding the back side of the left thigh. Legs at any opening. And inhale, knee towards your nose as you reach forward. And exhale, hand comes to the outside of the left foot, right heel on the ground, happy baby on the left side. Left foot stamps on the ceiling. And on an exhale, left knee moves across the right side of the body. Right hand might rest on top, left arm long to the other side. Gaze follows the left hand or up at the ceiling. Maybe even cactusing that arm. And gently unwinding, coming knees into chest, giving yourself a squeeze for the very last time. Everything you have, bringing everything into center in this ball, and then exhale all the way down into Shavasana, corpse pose. Arms away from the body, legs at least hip width distance. Feeling the ground support you from below. And softening, surrendering to the stillness of Shavasana. Gently bring our awareness back into our breath. And back into our bodies. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Do a big stretch overhead on an inhale. Whatever feels good. With a heavy head and your eyes remaining closed, meet back up in a comfortable seat. Close out our class together. Sit bones grounded down to your mat. Crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Chin tucked slightly, back of the skull open. Lips are sealed together and teeth are apart. And we'll fold our hands in front of our chest, Anjali Mudra. And we pray for the continuity of practice. May this practice continue. May it continue through a sense of humor, a lack of necessity, and community. May our practice be of benefit to others. And together, may we all be free. Bring our forehead, or thumbs to our forehead. And we bow to each other. Thank you for your practice today. Please let me know what you think. Leave a comment, suggestion. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Have a good one.